Hi guys, it's finally February, which means that love is in the air. And that's perfect because today I'm going to be showing you how to make this adorable photo or keepsake explosion box. So let's go through exactly what you're going to need to create this cute little box. First up, I'm going to be using a free card from Paper Cutz. This is great. It comes in a variety of different thicknesses and so many different colours. I've gone for a traditional red and black for Valentine's Day, but you can use whatever colour you would like. For your photos, Paper Cutz has a variety of smaller photo paper in more traditional printed photo sizes such as 4x6, 7x5 in a variety of different thicknesses. The alternative is to obviously use their larger sizes depending on what you have available. To make this extra special, I'm going to be using some of the Paper Cutz Specialist Finish cardstock such as their glitter, holographic and mirror. This again is available in lots of different colours, and I'm going to drop links for everything that I've just mentioned in the description box down below. For assembly, you are obviously going to need a printer and a cutting machine. This file is available for a Silhouette Cameo. For trimming the photos a bit quicker, you can use a blade and a ruler or even scissors. And to stick everything together, we're going to be using a glue gun and a glue stick. So let's head over to Silhouette Cameo so I can show you how to set up your workspace. When you open up your file, you will first see this. So I'm just going to talk you through the different design aspects. This bit that's already centered to the page, this is the actual base of your box, and this one down here is going to be the lid. These two are going to be the separate tiers for it, and I have aligned all of the rectangles that will go with their images. So above these here, these are completely optional, and they are frames that you can add over the top of the images once the images have been glued to the different backings, just to give a little bit of an extra fun element. So I'm going to show you really quickly how we would drag and drop your images in to get ready to print. So find your image, and then if you pop it on and hover over the actual rectangle itself, you'll see it's slid it straight in. Drag it over, and there we go. So obviously you can go for vertical or horizontal depending on your photos, and we're then going to fill this completely up. Once you fill the boxes with all of your photos, it is time to print. So we're going to remove this base off, and we're going to adjust the size of the actual media that's on the cutting mat. Now Paper Cutz have got a range of different sized photo paper that's more in line with traditional photos, such as 7x5 inches or 6x4 inches. I'm actually going to use the 7x5 inches today. So you can go to custom and then just put the 7x5 inches in. Obviously, if you're working in centimeters, you can change it in the settings. If you don't want to do this, you could obviously just use their A4. So we're not actually going to use registration marks for this, just because obviously it would take up a lot of space. Instead, I'm going to keep these all together and just add them on instead. And then you can either fill multiple pages with these, or you can print on A4. It's completely up to you. And for print settings, we are going to go over now, and I'll be using my Canon IP8750, but it is really important that you change the size for the media that you are printing on. So I've got photo printing, borderless printing I'm going to turn off because it will stretch out the images and we'll lose the sizing. But I'm then going to go over here, and my printer has a custom 5x7 already. And obviously I've got glossy photo paper selected as that's what I'm using, and print quality is high. Once your photo sheets have printed out, it's time to trim them down. Now, obviously you could use a Silhouette Cameo, but as I said, you will lose a lot of space to the registration marks. You could also use a paper trimmer, or like I am doing here, you can just use a craft knife and a ruler. Now that we have finished cutting out our images, it is time to decide on our colour scheme for the boxes. Now, as you can see, Paper Cutz have got so many A3 coloured cardstock. I'm going to be using a combination of their 160 GSM and their thicker too. I'll drop links for everything in the description box down below. And for the frames that I mentioned, I'm going to be using some of their specialist cardstock like this. So we've got glitter and mirror. There are honestly so many different finishes available. I will drop links to all of these in the description box below so you can take a peek for yourself. So a little tip for when we're cutting things that have got score lines, such as these grey ones here, I've set this document up to be 2 separate colours. The red is where we need a through cut and the grey is where we just need to score. So typically when you go to send, you will be shown this standard area here. If you go over to the little shape icon here, instead you will get a breakdown including the colours. So I've got both of them selected to cardstock, but for the red I have cut, and a force of 33, passes of 3, and speed of 6 with a blade depth of 6, and that is because I am cutting extremely thick GSM card. But for the grey/black charcoal line, I have this set to score instead. And this is a force of 10, a speed of 4, and a blade depth of 1. Now, obviously, you would lower that completely down if you were using a 160 GSM or similar. But hopefully that will give you some advice of exactly how to get those score lines so that it scores rather than cuts. We now have all of our components cut out and it's time to assemble. So to start, we are going to go with the base. Now, because we have these score lines here, it makes things a little bit easier when folding. So you ideally need to be folding away from the side that is creased, as this will give you a neater finish. And we're going to go around first of all and do all of that. Okay, and once that's done, this heart shape here needs to kind of fold inwards so that you have the shape like so. Now, obviously this bit here isn't glued in any way. It just holds its shape by using the lid. So once that's all done, we're going to put that to one side and start on the lid itself. This bit does need adhesive and we're going to be using a glue gun. You can either use a glue gun or double-sided tape, something that if you're using some thicker card like this is going to stay nice and stable. So in the same way, we are going to fold away from the side that was creased. And these little tabby bits will obviously tuck in. And once you're ready, we are just going to go around and just apply a little bit of the glue. And quickly just fold that down there and just hold it in place for a couple of seconds just for the glue to go off. And we're going to do that on every side. The last flap can be a little bit tricky, so just take your time. And once that's all finished, you'll be left with a lovely hexagonal lid. So before we move on, we are going to check that everything fits. So we are going to fold in all of these sides and then just carefully put it into the lid. Now, if you're struggling, I'll give you a little inside picture here. You want to kind of have each petal going over to the right or the left and try and keep it all the same all the way around. And then you can see everything fits in nicely and the design itself will be revealed once you take the lid off. So we now need to put in the additional supports and you can make sure that you've got them in the right way. So for mine, it goes pink and then black because they are slightly tiered. So the easiest way to do this is to fold all of these little frame parts into the middle. Then use the glue gun to apply just a bit on the bottom. And you can then carefully apply that to the base, making sure it's in the middle. Then open up all of the little frames and you can see everything spaced out wonderfully, and exactly the same with the final tier. And there we go. So next up we need to start adding the photos, and we're going to work from the outside in. So that's obviously with our larger photos. Now for me, I have completed frames for each of mine, but you don't need to. But I've got an outer frame and then it's obviously just going to go in like so. So instead of using the glue gun for this one, I'm actually going to use a Pritt stick because it gives you a little bit more room for manoeuvrability before things dry. So it's a case of adding glue to the frame, positioning that over the photo itself, and then adding more glue on the back, and then just adding that into the center of one of these frame areas. Now we're going to go around and do all 3 tiers in exactly the same way. So now that that's all done, I'll show you how to close it up again. Obviously make sure everything's fully dry. You need to move the inner petals inside and then kind of press the corner, the outer heart, just to one side like we did before. And so then that should tuck behind and just give you a little bit more room. And then obviously the box will hold everything in place. And when you present it, remove the box, remove the lid, and you have this beautiful petal here with all of these photos that you can flip through. Don't need to use photos. You could obviously use some little additions, like maybe some cinema tickets from a first date, or some little mementos or souvenirs that you've got over the years. This would be a really cute little thing at the bottom here. You could add a message in vinyl or handwritten as well, just to add that extra dimension. So now we're going to decorate the lid. So included in the template, you actually have a 3D paper bow that you can use. So I have cut these out here in different colours. You don't need to cut 2 of these if you don't want. The only reason I have is because the reverse is white, and I thought it would be quite nice to just have the pink just at the back to tie it all in. So if you're doing as I have, then just add some Pritt stick to the reverse of your white area, and then just add the coloured piece on over top like so. We're then going to take the base and move it to one side with the middle, and this bit here needs to curve around gently so it looks a bit more like this. And then we're going to flip it. We're going to put a dab of glue from the glue gun just in the middle there and just hold it in place until it cures. Okay, so if you flip it back over to the front side, we are then going to add the bow center. We're going to take one end, put it in the middle of the reverse with a little bit of glue, carefully fold it over, and just tuck that bit in as well, adding more glue to secure on the back. Lastly, we're going to take the base and a little bit more glue in the middle again, not too much, you don't want it flooding out the side, and then just pop this in the middle and give it a little press down and wait for it to dry. And all that's left to do is to fix your bow to the top of your box. So hopefully, as you can see here, this is completely finished. I've decorated this quite neutrally, obviously changing up the colours. You could use it for birthday, anniversary, whatever celebration you like. You don't have to include the bow. If it's Valentine's Day, then perhaps you could add some glitter hearts in your matching colours. That could look quite cute. You can obviously cut out text similar to how I've shown you how to make cupcake toppers before, and just add that on the box as well. Really, the only limit is your imagination. And another cute thing about these is you could even create a smaller version and nest it inside. So just to give you a little look here, I think this is adorable because when it's folded up like this, it looks quite like a poppy in this red and black. And obviously the little petals all around the outside. And then you can just kind of flip through all of the images here. This would ordinarily be flat on the table, when it's presented, so it's a little bit tricky for me to show you here, but just look how sweet that is. There's also nothing to stop you, instead of putting frames on, to create little envelopes. I showed you in last week's video how to use a crease board to create envelopes, and I think that that would actually be the perfect size, the one that we made last week, to fit on one of the bigger ones like this. So you could even put little love notes in, which would be absolutely adorable. So I have used the sturdier GSM cardstock from Paper Cutz because, as you can see, it holds up really well to not only cutting cleanly on the silhouette Cameo, but also holding up with the crease marks too, which means that if this is going to be folded and unfolded lots of times, it's going to be nice and robust. Paper Cutz really does have so many different specialist finishes. Obviously, I have gone for a variation here with both glitter and metallic and shards, but you can choose whatever you would like. This would be lovely. This would be really sweet if it's going to be an anniversary gift. Perhaps you could theme it in your wedding colours as well. So as mentioned previously, all of the design files and links to everything that I've used in today's video are in the description box down below. I am really excited to know, is this a craft that you are going to create yourself? Drop me a little comment, and again, if you have any comments or questions, drop them down below and I will be sure to get back to you. A huge thank you to Paper Cutz. Don't forget, if you are a small business that is looking to print your own menus, they have got a brand new range. We did a video last month about that, and I'm going to be creating one for next week with a freebie as well, so stay tuned for that. A great big thank you to you for watching. Your support really does mean so much to me. If you would like to continue helping the channel grow, then make sure you hit the like button, share it with your crafty friends, and most importantly, make sure you're subscribed. And with that said, I can't wait to see you next week. Bye!